Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and the topic for today is finance and money laundering. We'll proceed with chapter 2, but before that, this video is a work fiction created solely for educational and training purpose. Okay, all characters and storylines are completely fictional. Any resemblance is a pure coincidence. Okay, so let's begin. Chapter 2, the Laptop Leela. Let's see how. So one fine day, you find the headlines in the news and media. So somewhere in India, some XYZ Neta of XYZ party distributed, 1,000 laptops. Okay, Neta distributes 1,000 laptops to schools in a city or a district or a town, whatever you say. Okay, now here I'm not targeting a specific Neta or a party or a political party, anyone. So this is just, as I said, it's a purely fictional character over here. We are trying to understand how the laundering happens. Okay, we'll see the process. Okay, so hashtag Garibo ka Masiha, our Neta, Saaf Dil ka Neta. Let's see the background. Earlier, uh, the XYZ Neta, let's say he got a 1 crore black cash. Okay, now we'll see how this black cash would be converted to white. So he before that he is also an owner of a NGO, okay, which does all the kind of charity work. Let's see what is done with the first 50 lakhs. Okay, so as I said, let's assume that the Neta has 1 CR as a black cash. Okay, we'll see what he does with the first 50 lakhs, and then at the end of this chapter you will see some surprises and more twists of what he does with the remaining 50. Okay, so let's go. Let's see the step by step process. Okay, step number 1, the black cash. Okay, origin, we know the Neta sits at the top of the pyramid. Okay, he has the 50 lakh in the black cash. So basically he distributes it down to his party workers, or you can call it as chamchas, or the drivers, accountant, staff, is left hand, right hand, or whatnot. Okay, so basically the cash is passed down. Okay, so it's a top down approach, we could say. Then what happens is each person, okay, so let's say we have 50 people. The Neta has a team of 50. So each one would deposit 1 lakh in the NGO. By the way, whose NGO it is? It's owned by the same Neta. Okay. uh, but it's an official NGO. Okay, it's a registered NGO, something like that, and it's an official NGO, that works. Okay. Now the thing is, so there are multiple deposits to this NGO. Obviously, these deposits are not made at the same time. Okay. So don't assume that all 50 chamchas will deposit 1 lakh at the same day. No, it will not happen. So they would deliberately deposit it across multiple, you know, uh, time span. Okay. So maybe 1 lakh today, maybe 1 lakh tomorrow, so on and so forth. Okay, then NGO acts as a laundering hub. Okay, so basically, collectively, now after all those 1 lakhs were pushed in the NGO, so finally the NGO now has 50 lakhs. Okay, but now here itself it has become a white money. Why? Because it has come through donations. So from 50 different accounts, okay, it was passed to the NGO, or it was rather transferred to the NGO in a form of donations. So the NGO now has an income through donations of 50 lakhs. Now what happens is the NGO, okay, let's say the NGO now places official sales order with a supplier. Now this is a laptop supplier. Okay, so let's say there are so there are 100 laptops that they are going to place order. Okay, let's assume each laptop is of 50K, 50,000. So 100 laptops they are going to order. The NGO places an order with the supplier. Okay, now here this time we are considering the supplier is a normal supplier. Okay, it's not a fake supplier, it's not a shell company. Okay, they have officially ordered it from a official supplier. So in this case, the NGO is official and the supplier is also official. Okay, so actual market value may be less, but on paper it's spotless. So basically, uh, the supplier delivers all this 100 laptops to the NGO. So basically the NGO now has 100 laptops, okay, worth rupees 50 lakhs. So you can see the black cash origin 50 lakhs, how it passed down then to the NGO. From NGO basically forwarded it, or you can say NGO placed order to with the supplier gave the laptops to the NGO. Okay, so all looks so clean here. And at the top of it, okay, the Neta is always in demand. He gets the media coverage. Okay, so here we are considering two cases. One is the simple and a very straightforward case where he converts the cash. It goes to the NGO as in the form of donations. From NGO will place an order to the supplier. Supplier gives the laptops. The laptops are handed to the students. Okay, but if you can see, all cash was burned to white. Okay, so there is no such profit for the Neta. But this was a simple and a good one. Let's see the case two, or what can be the other twist. Okay, so basically in case two, what happens is the laptops get recycled. How? Okay, so the students are kept busy in some DJ parties. They are given some snacks and ice creams and whatnot. Okay, so they are kept happy. Students don't realize that they are enjoying, and in the background these things are happening. Okay, so what happens is all the 100 laptops are taken back right after the photo session. So the Neta gives the laptops, takes the photograph. After all the photo session is over, boom, all laptops are packed again, and the Neta visits the next school for the donation. Now, what happens at the next school? The headlines is donated 1,000 laptops, but in reality, same 100 laptops reused and traveled to the entire city, because these are the same 100 laptops which were packed again, and the Neta visits to the next school. Okay, so basically, it goes in a loop and on and on. So only the 100 laptops are traveling 10 times, and it looks like he donated 1,000 laptops. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Now let's see what happens with the remaining 50 lakhs. Okay, let's see. So the money recycled back to the Neta's account. Let's see how. Okay, so there is a press conference where Neta, announces that he wished to give 50 lakhs in scholarship to poor students across the district. Okay, so media claps, student cheers, photo everywhere. Okay, so the Neta is always in demand, fully the needy students list. Now, what happens is this list of 100 students created by NGO. Okay, so basically, this list is prepared by his own party workers and his chamchas. Okay, so basically, these are random names or some dead relatives, or basically, this is the list given by his party workers only. Okay, so the same pyramid which we talked about. Okay, so on the paper, it looks like he has given 50 lakh scholarship. Okay, the NGO has given 50 lakh scholarship, 200 students. Okay, so each gets 50,000. But what happens is, the money transferred to 100 different bank accounts. Can you guess whose bank account it was? Was it of the real students? No. So all these were the ghost accounts, the ghost student accounts. Okay. These were created by the workers only, his netas chamjas only. Okay. And all these accounts are based in rural, the account details are of rural cooperative banks, okay, where you don't have any KYCs to be checked there. So KYC is equal to some photo and a ration card. So basically, these are just 50 or 100 different accounts belonging to his party. So in this way, the circular collection happens. Chamcha withdraws the same cash within the week, and so you can see. So all those 50 lakhs which were transferred to the NGO and from NGO to the student accounts. So these 100 student accounts are ghost accounts, not the real student accounts, just to show on paper. And from there, basically his chamchas again, withdraw the cash, okay, the actual cash, and they deposit or give it back again to the same neta. Okay, and in return they can get a 5 or a 10% commission. Okay, so to keep the ghost alive in the future scam list. And if there is any audit or anything, so if they ask, okay, please give us the details of those students. So what they can say, these are the poor tribal students in some remote villages. We don't have photos because of privacy policy. That's it. So this was another chapter on how money laundering effectively works in India. We'll see some more interesting topics ahead, some more interesting chapters. This was scam level 2 and 3. We'll see some more advanced levels in the upcoming chapters. Hope you like it. If you want, please comment. Thanks.